welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things kayaking and fitness, and that includes smartwatch and smart ring reviews. Today we have the Fanwear T-Rex 3 smartwatch. Now you'll see here on the back of the box it says Glory Fit Pro will be the app, and I will mention that several times in this video because that's the #1 comment on my smartwatch reviews is what's the name of the app. Again, Glory Fit Pro. And then the next common question will be how do I set the time and date on the watch? Now this one is covered with all sorts of labels, shipping labels and whatnot. But here we take the Fanwear T-Rex 3 out of the box. And if you've not seen my reviews so far, then let me give you the heads up. I'm going to show you what comes out of the box. Go away, charge it fully, wear it for several days, and then come back with my full, fair, and honest review. So we have the watch itself, we have the charging cable that's going to be a magnetic charger, and then we have a little accessory box here. Let me show you what comes out of here. It's going to be basically, I think, just the user manual, and we'll see if there are some protective screens in there. Nope, just the manual. GPS sports watch. This watch is a GPS watch, and that's the main reason I bought this. And I bought this with my own money, and by my own money, I mean essentially your money. I generate a little bit of revenue from these reviews via my YouTube channel, and what I do is invest that right back into the channel to bring you more reviews, because that seems to be what this audience wants, and that allows me to do more kayaking related videos, which is my passion and why I started this channel in the first place. So there it says Fanwear again. Glory Fit Pro is the app. Mentioned that yet again. This looks like an Amazfit T-Rex 3 watch. It is a very, very close mimic. I'm going to press and hold the upper right button to see if it comes to life, and I just felt it vibrate. So yeah, it is coming to life. I will choose my language. Here is where I would scan the QR code to download the app, and let's just take a quick spin around the watch here. This says model DM58, so I'll flash that right up on your screen right now. So let me peel this off just in case it's blocking any sensors. You always want to make sure there are no protective screens or pieces of plastic on these sensors that would block the light getting into your wrist. And on this one, indeed, it was covering up some of the lights here. So this looks like it probably has both green, red, and white diodes, or infrared, but we shall see. There is one of the watch faces. Let me press and hold and see if I can spin through. Here's another one, there's another one, there's another one. So you get the drift. Let me swipe down. That might get me into settings. I can adjust the brightness up. This says it already has 95% battery life, so that's really good out of the box. I don't want to go too deep into the weeds here since I don't know anything about this watch yet. So let me go throw it on the charger, wear it for several days, and come back with my full, fair, and honest review in just a few seconds through the magic of editing. Okay, so I'm back. I've been wearing this watch actually for a couple weeks, which is more than I wear a lot of these before I do reviews. This is made to be a knockoff or a copy of the Amazfit T-Rex 3. And I never know if these are made to be knockoffs or if it's essentially the same hardware and they just like dumb down and remove some of the features and then put a different brand name on it. I don't know, but it looks exactly like the Amazfit T-Rex 3. This is the Fanwear T-Rex 3. There's a lot to talk about here, so bear with me. If we go to the main screen, we press and hold, you can go to various watch faces here, okay? And there's probably one in here you're gonna like. There's many more in the app. Let's just do a quick scroll around here. You can see the watch faces available. All right, obviously the one that I started with was the one that I personally settled on because I liked it the best. I liked the nice big display. You get your step count for the day right on the watch itself. Now let's swipe from right to left. And this gets into a lot of the settings here. Here's your call log. It's got a built-in speaker and microphone. When connected to your phone via Bluetooth Low Energy, you can make and receive calls right from the watch. Obviously, you have to be within Bluetooth range with your phone, but that works just fine. Here's your daily activity summary with your kilocalorie burn estimate here in red, and then the amount of miles you walked in green, and then in blue here, your number of steps. If we swipe up, we can go to show more, and you get some details in here. Kilocalorie, when you burn them over the clock, over the course of the day on the clock, steps, distance, you get the drift there. Here is where you get into your workout modes, and there are 170 plus workouts. I did not test them all, obviously, but there's plenty in here. Unfortunately, it has a kayaking mode, which is good, but it does not turn on the GPS when you're in kayaking mode, which for me is bad because I'm an avid kayaker, and that's kind of the main reason I want a smartwatch with GPS. But hey, no big deal. When I've gone kayaking with this thing, I just put it into outdoor run, and it still tracks my tracks on that kayaking run, okay? Workout records, you have all your workout records going back. Here is a hike I did today. Total time engaged, an hour 52 minutes, 6.5 miles, 960 kilocalories burned, 12,516 steps. Average cadence, average stride length, average pace, average heart rate, your highest and your lowest. That's all good. Your heart rate, this will do continuous heart rate, and you can tell it what interval you want your heart rate. Sleep tracking, here's the night before. All right, we'll go into the app and get into more detail here. Blood oxygen saturation, this has both the green and the red diodes. I don't think you can see it here. It knows it's not up against my wrist, so it's not going to try to take that measurement. But I find that to be fairly credible. A stress level, whether you're under stress, normal stress, light stress, what have you. Music, you can control the music on your phone from the smartwatch itself. It's basically just a remote controller. Voice assistant, weather, it'll pull in the weather from your phone and sync it to the watch. And you get today sort of the time over the course of the day and what it's supposed to be. You get tomorrow, you get the day after that, and you get the day after that. So that's all pretty cool. It's got a built-in compass, all right. I didn't calibrate this one, but it's got a barometer, or altimeter actually, a barometric pressure, that's altimeter. World clock, your notifications, it's got a stopwatch, it's got an alarm, it's got a timer, it's got a built-in calculator. Remote shutter, this would be to kind of wiggle the watch in your wrist to trigger the shutter on your phone to take a picture. Flashlight mode, that just turns all the pixels on, so you could use this as a flashlight in the dark in a pinch. It's got the find your phone feature, women's health, and here you get into settings. This has an always on display, and I'll show you that in just a second here. You can select your language, choose your watch face. Here is that always on display, and you can choose kind of what display you want, and then you can set a start and a stop time. I have this set, I only want always on before between 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. because that's the time of day usually when I just want to glance at my watch and see what time it is. Personal preference, but you can set the start time and stop time for always on display. Display and brightness, I have this on its brightest setting right now. And for the display duration, I have it on 60 seconds right now. We'll come back to that in just a few seconds here. There's a raise to wake feature, and there's a tap to wake feature. If you raise to wake, when you lift your wrist, the display will come on automatically. I generally turn that off to save battery life. Sound and vibration, you can do your settings in here. Themes, that's your menu style. I like the list view, okay. Time and date, this is one of the rare smartwatches where you can set the time and date right from the watch itself. And here's where you would change it from 12 to 24-hour time. Here is where you would set the time and date manually. I always like to just sync this at least once a day and then pull in the time and date from my phone. That's how most of these smartwatches work. This one is the exception where you can set the time and date right from the watch. Do not disturb mode, automatic sports recognition, bottom key setting. You can define what the bottom key does, the QR code to sync and pair the app, system menu, and the about. And then there you have it. It's the DM58 is the actual device name in the sort of the hardware here, set in the firmware, DM58, but it's branded as the Fanwear T-Rex 3. Let's go back up to the always-on display settings, and now I want to go to the display settings, display and brightness. Now I'm going to change this display duration down to 5 seconds, all right? And I'm going to let this go for 5 seconds. I'm going to turn off one of my studio lights here, and then you can see when this times out in 5 seconds what that watch face looks like. It's dim, which is okay, but that's there to save battery life because this is always on now for 2 hours because I set it to stay on between 7 and 9 p.m. And then I can just tap to wake it up or press a button to wake it up. So I like that always on display feature. If we keep swiping, actually we can't keep swiping. If we swipe down, we get into some settings here. Here's your brightness. Here's where you would make and take calls, your alarm, some information here, and some other settings. There's a feature here where it'll make a tone sound to help shake water or get water out of the speaker here. Now this is 5 atmosphere waterproof, so this is suitable for swimming, all right? And this has a SWOLF score, SWOLF. That's a combination of swimming and golf. And I like that because basically over a given distance, the lower your number of strokes, the more efficient your strokes are. I apply that to kayaking. But for swimmers, that's your SWOLF score, which is all very good. And then there's like a little shortcut menu here to get the blood oxygen saturation, stress, weather, alarm, sleep, workout records, go to app, barometric altitude, stopwatch, timer. It's just a little shortcut if you swipe up from the bottom. Let's go look at the app, and then I'll come back with my full, fair, and honest thoughts. The app here is called Glory Fit Pro, and I'll get the graphics department to have a little overfly here so you can see Glory Fit Pro. Those special effects are just amazing, are they not, folks? But we click into the app, and I like the app. That's my short summary of it. But it gives you your sort of comprehensive overview of the day, your step count, distance walked, kilocalories burned. Here's that continuous heart rate over the course of the day, your resting heart rate, average heart rate, minimum, maximum, and it gives you heart rate zones over the course of the day. All good stuff. It will give you your sleep. And if I go, I think it's syncing to the watch right now, so we'll come right back to that. To sync, you just swipe down and release. Let's keep on moving on. Blood oxygen saturation, again, gives you your minimum, your average, and your maximum. You can go back through the days and weeks and, see what your SPO2 is. Here are your stress levels. I don't know exactly how it's doing this. I'm guessing it's some take on HRV, and gives you some sort of value from that. And then if we go in the sports modes, we can go and see our records. Here is an outdoor run. I called it a run, but it was actually a kayaking outing, and I did 10.64 miles in a kayak. And you can see the route I took. You can zoom in and zoom out. It gives you your duration, your average pace, kilocalories. If I go back, if I look at my outdoor walking, here's that hike I did today, 6.5 miles, and there it gives you the trace of the, that's the path I walked today in a local county park. So I did 6.5 miles of walking here. And again, gives you your duration, average pace, kilocalories burned. And you can go back through your previous records. Here's one I did the other night after work, 2.84 miles. And then let's see, here's one I did up in the Blue Ridge Mountains last weekend, where I did 10.72 miles at a place called White Rock Falls. Beautiful place. If you ever have the chance to go there, go there. I went this way around, all right? I came over this way and went down to Shenandoah Lake, and then came back up and then did White Rock Falls, and then it was a very steep climb back up to the parking area. I would suggest you do it in the reverse order if you ever do it. Do the steep decline to the falls first, and then go do the other stuff, because that last, either the first or last bit is the steepest, and I would suggest you probably want to climb down at the beginning rather than climb up at the end of, you know, a 9-mile hike. But it keeps track of all those records. Here's your device. Here's your watch face market. Here is where you would go in and find all the various watch faces available. And always things don't load on camera when you want them to, but trust me, there's a watch face center with plenty of other options in here. You can turn on and off SMS reminders so you can get your notifications, the messages right to the phone, smart alarms, health monitoring. You can decide if you want to automatically monitor heart rate, SPO2, a sedentary reminder to remind you to get up and walk if you wish, a stress reminder, or a stress measurement rather. Here's your roll clock, address book, and you know, here are some of the quick replies you can do from your watch. So these are the ones built in. You can add a custom reply, so when you get a text message, you can just choose the quick response and send it, and the receiver will get it. And there you go, there's me. You can change your unit settings here from Celsius to Fahrenheit, metric to imperial, kilograms to pounds. And here's where you can tell to follow the 12 or 24-hour system. Yeah, I'll give that 2 thumbs up. It's a good app. It gets the job done, and it's pretty straightforward to learn how to use it. So the Fanwear T-Rex 3, I give it 2 thumbs up. It's selling on AliExpress right now for about $40. Actually, a little under $40. And I would say, in terms of a sub $50 GPS smartwatch, this is one of the best ones I've found. It's very rugged, heavy duty. It's got a little bump out here to protect you from accidentally hitting the buttons on the side. I've tested the GPS multiple times, as you can see. It works really well, and I compare it to my Amazfit GTR 4, because I think for GPS, my Amazfit watches are sort of the gold standards, and Amazfit, you know, if you guys are watching this review, I would love to have one of your watches to review and compare it to some of these knockoffs. This one I happen to buy with my own money, and by my own money, I mean the money, it's actually your money. It's the money I raised through ad revenue on my YouTube channel. It's got the 1.43-inch AMOLED HD display. Like I said, it's got that compass in there. It's got the altitude in there, 170 plus sports modes. It's a beautiful display. I like the way it looks on my wrist. I'm a big fan of this watch. At the price point, I think it's an amazing deal. I think you should go check it out. If I can get a link to it, I will drop it below. And just know this channel is primarily about kayaking, but I do reviews of health and fitness tech. And sometimes companies will send me this stuff to review. This one I bought with my own money, and I think it's important to tell you that, you know, when I buy these or when I get one for free. This one I bought with my own money. So there you go. It's the Fanwear T-Rex 3 GPS smartwatch. I think it's an absolute solid value. Go check it out below, and come check me out at davethekayaker.com. Thank you so much for watching. You know what to do. Leave a comment. Subscribe to this channel. Help spread the word. Do whatever you can. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you next time.